Once upon a time, in a vibrant African village, a baby girl named Blessing was born. Blessing was born with a unique birthmark that is dark and round on her face. The villagers, steeped in their traditions and belief, they saw this as a bad omen. They believed that the dark patch circle on her face was a sign of upcoming adversity. This superstition clouded their judgment, and as a result, Blessing was treated differently. Even her own people, swayed by the villagers' belief, viewed her with a mix of fear and uncertainty. Blessing's birthmark, something she had no control over, became a symbol of difference that isolated her from her own people. The villagers would often whisper and point when she walked by, and children her age were instructed to keep their distance. But Blessing was a child full of spirit and curiosity. She had a heart filled with love for her people and her village. She loved her home, yet she was seen as an outsider. Despite the love she had for her people, Blessing was seen as different as an outsider in her own home. This was the beginning of Blessing's journey. One day, a stranger named Ojo arrived in the village, a man with a warm heart and a contagious smile. He was from a distant land, a place where the sun set in a pool of molten gold. Ojo had a spirit as vast as the African plains and a heart as deep as the mighty river that crisscrossed the continent. With Ojo's arrival, the wind of change began to blow gently through Blessing's village. Ojo was different from the villagers. He didn't see people through the lens of their physical appearance, but rather he saw them for who they truly are, deep down in their soul. When Ojo and Blessing met, he didn't flinch or turn away as the villagers often did. Instead, he saw her birthmark not as a blemish, but as a unique feature, a mark of distinction. He saw beauty where others saw imperfection. He saw Blessing, the girl with the heart of a lioness and the spirit of a soaring eagle. As days turned into weeks, a deep bond of friendship grew between Blessing and Ojo. They shared stories of brave warriors and cunning tricksters, of vast savanna and towering mountains. They laughed together, they cried together, and in doing so, they understood each other in a way no one else did. Ojo's kindness didn't stop with Blessing. He treated everyone with respect, regardless of their age, status, or appearance. He helped the elderly, played with the children, and shared wisdom with those willing to listen. His actions stirred something within the villagers, slowly changing their perception of Blessing. For the first time, Blessing felt seen, loved, and most importantly, she felt at home. Ojo's arrival marks a turning point in her life. In his acceptance and friendship, Blessing found a home not in a place, but in a person. A person who saw her for who she truly was and loved her just the same. And in doing so, Ojo taught the villagers and all of us a valuable lesson. Home isn't just a place where you are born. It is where you are loved and accepted for who you truly are. When the time came for Ojo to return to his village, he made a heartfelt request. Ojo, seeing sadness in Blessing's eye, couldn't bear to leave her behind. In his deep, gentle voice, he said, "Blessing, you've been like a sister to me, and it is clear that you are not happy here. Why not come to my village? It is a place where people will love and accept you as you are." Blessing was taken aback. She never considered the possibility of leaving her birthplace. But looking around at the faces that had always treated her with disdain, she realized Ojo was right. Her birthplace wasn't her home, not really. A home is a place where one is loved, not just born. And in her heart, Blessing knew she wasn't loved here. She spent the night weighing the pros and cons. She thought about her life here, her daily struggle, and the constant feeling of not belonging. Then she thought about Ojo's village, a place where she would never seen before but had heard so much about. A place where people were kind, where everyone was accepted just as they were. The morning sun found Blessing with a decision made. She will leave her birthplace. She will embark on a journey to a new home. As Blessing packed her few belongings, her heart was heavy. She was leaving behind everything familiar, stepping into the unknown. But within her, there was also a flicker of hope. Hope for a better future. Hope for a place where she will be accepted and loved. Blessing bid farewell to her birthplace, to the only life she had ever known. With Ojo by her side, she felt a surge of courage. She was ready to face whatever lay ahead. With a heavy heart but hope for a better tomorrow, Blessing embarked on a journey to a new home. She didn't know what awaited her there, but she was eager to find out, because home isn't just where you are born, it is where you are loved. In Ojo's village, Blessing was welcomed with open arms. This was a place where the sun seemed to shine a little brighter and the breezes danced a little lighter. It was a place where the rustling leaves sang lullabies and the chirping bird told tales of the dawn. Here, Blessing wasn't just a girl with a unique birthmark. She was a girl with a special story. The villagers admired her birthmark, the one her own people had shown, and saw it as a symbol of blessing, a sign of the Great Spirit's favor. They whispered tales about it, tales that painted Blessing as a chosen one, a child of destiny. They celebrated her arrival with songs that echoed through the hills and dances that stirred the dust beneath their feet. In this new place, Blessing felt cherished. She felt treasured, loved. The villagers, with their warm smile and open heart, made her feel like she belonged. They made her feel like she was one of them. She was no longer the outsider, the stranger, the one who didn't fit in. Here in Ojo's village, she was simply Blessing. This was a love that went beyond birthplace and bloodline. It was a love that sprang from acceptance and understanding, from respecting and celebrating differences. It was a love that didn't question or judge, that didn't demand or expect. It was a love that simply was. For the first time in her life, Blessing felt a sense of belonging. She felt a sense of connection. She felt a sense of home. And it was in this moment, in the warmth of these people, that Blessing realized something profound. Home wasn't just about where you were born. It wasn't just about where you came from. Home was where you are loved, where you are cherished, and where you are accepted for who you are. And in the warmth of these people, Blessing found a true home. Thank you for watching, and please remember to always go where you are cherished and where you are loved, because that place is your true home.